The Manic Pixie Dream Girl. Why do we hate them? Why do we love them? How can we take these flat characters and make them more rounded in storytelling? With the help of Myers-Briggs personality typing, we can make this happen. You probably already know what a Manic Pixie Dream Girl is. If you don't know, let me elaborate. The Manic Pixie Dream Girl is a trope defined as a free-spirited girl who is quirky in her dressing and mannerisms. This trope was coined by film critic Nathan Rabin in an attempt to classify Kristen Dunst's character in Elizabethtown. You know them when you see them. They're the kind of character that is childlike and adventurous. She doesn't take life so seriously, but chooses to live in the moment. Nathan criticized that the character exists solely in the fevered imaginations of sensitive writer-directors to teach broodingly soulful young men to embrace life in its infinite mysteries and adventures. Since then, the Manic Pixie Dream Girl is a term that's been used to discredit movies with a magical, adventurous female who only comes to bring happiness to a depressed man. The perfect woman. But people like this are usually shunned for their personality. The Manic Pixie Dream Girl trope has been controversial because it depicts this unrealistic standard of how some men envision the perfect woman. But is it really unrealistic for a girl to dance in the middle of a crowd, spinning around and loving life? I'm aware that the Manic Pixie is a flat character, but is writing a flat character a bad thing? What is a flat character but someone in your life you never truly gotten to know? All acquaintances in our life are flat. The Manic Pixie is just part of an individual's personality who's waiting to be fully understood. Some of us see characters like Star from Stargirl or Sam from Garden State and feel like we've met people like this before. An individual who comes and makes you feel like you want to dream again. Maybe that's all you know about them. Yet that one-dimensional experience is only half their story. For those who write those Manic Pixie love stories, it kind of speaks volumes about the writer and how much they actually know about the individual who inspired them to create their Manic Pixie love story. So it's unfair to say Manic Pixie Dream Girls aren't realistic. To those who only see the surface of people like this is who they are. And Myers-Briggs calls it the ENFP. E standing for extroverted, N for intuition, F for feeling, and P for perceiving. They are the girls and guys who seem to live by their own rules and are quite happy living a non-conventional life. They are the types who enjoy getting to know individual stories and dreams to the point of rooting for that person's dream more than their own. In reality, the Manic Pixie is just a stereotype of the ENFP or the campaigner personality type. Now that we know Manic Pixies are real, how can we make this ENFP character more real in a story? A good start is looking at strengths and weaknesses of the ENFP. Now, the strengths and weaknesses aren't the say-all be-all for this type of person. Using Myers-Briggs or any other personality typing system is just a guide to help you develop a character in their story. We're going to use 16personalities.com to help conduct an interesting Manic Pixie. The list of strengths for an ENFP are curiosity, perception, enthusiasm, excellent communication skills, festiveness, and being good-natured. Their weaknesses are people-pleasing, unfocused, unorganized, overly accommodating, overly optimistic, and restless. When developing a character, it's better to focus on one main strength and one main weakness to build your story around. Looking at all of the strengths and weaknesses gives you an idea what kind of person this is. The other personality traits that aren't your main focus should only be used when it becomes relevant. So, as an example, focusing on perception as a strength and restlessness as a weakness. Someone who is strong in being able to shift their perception finds themselves restless from the high standards they set for themselves. They are able to see value in other people and can easily encourage them back into hoping again. Yet that pursuit of doing fantastical things they've seeked out for their own life creates a high standard that prevents them from giving themselves the same grace they give everyone else. Someone like this uses empathy naturally to tap into how other people are feeling, making them excellent at connecting with anyone in a way that searches deep, valuable truths in a person. Yet, that same strong awareness works even deeply in themselves, but instead creates a nagging feeling of not being good enough. Their internal world is consistently being measured for perfection by their own personal idealism. Their manic pixie persona is their strength and their weakness. So this could be a story about a girl or a guy who's the ideal manic pixie, free and finds purpose in people, advocating against the lies, fears, and hopelessness others feel, yet struggle to advocate for themselves against their own demons. Although they come off as if they're in a good mood, being positive, and always wanting to help others with their own inner world, they are the ones struggling with depression. Because it seems like they have all the answers. No one truly sees them. And when they speak about their pain, no one hears them. They are a symbol of hope to the outside world, and seeing them down in the dumps makes people uncomfortable. So they hide their struggles. Maybe part of the reason they focus so much on others comes from the fact that they are trying to avoid solving the problem in themselves that they can't seem to find a solution for. If the manic pixie dream girl trope had these kinds of layers, more people will be able to relate to them. Not only that, it's a great opportunity for a writer to help people find answers to life's problems. These kind of stories are important because when someone like Robin Williams took his own life, it shocked the world. He brought smiles, laughter, and joy, but it seemed like no one could see that he wasn't truly happy, and he was really struggling. He would be classified as an ENFP. The one who helps people find their way, but is left to figure out things for themselves. All the Bright Places and Lily and Dash are really good movies about ENFP characters who are very manic pixie, but are either struggling with depression or struggling with being perfect. Writing means so much more when there's purpose behind the words, revealing the truth of the world we live in. Not only to entertain, but to transport us into someone else's shoes. The best people to write these kinds of stories are other ENFPs. Our experiences is how stories and characters become more realistic. We tend to want to develop characters that are opposite from ourselves because we believe that is what makes a good writer. But who better to tell a story of a character that is similar to you than yourself? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It tells me you like this kind of content. And if you're new here, welcome. Please consider subscribing for more videos.